Welcome to Joanna Today. This is another series of videos looking at relationships, astrology, what are they thinking, what are they doing, unfaithfulness, affairs. But this particular one is how to tell if your current partner is non-committal or serious about you in a relationship. You would think this one is quite obvious really, but most of the times it's very confusing to understand the one against the other. Maybe you said at the very beginning, a lot of females do, that they just want to have a bit of fun, and then they think that's okay, and your partner's like, this is cool. But then as you get to know your partner, you then realise that you actually want a relationship with this person. And it's time to look at what they're saying and doing, and if you really know them at all, or actually want to commit to them now. So what are the warning signs at the very start? Now I'd say that the most common mistake a woman makes at times is at the very beginning, the guy is full on. He's pretty intense, he's chasing, like he knows he's on a mission to actually accomplish you at the end of this mission, but he knows you'll be there for him as well. So he's just that little bit intense, and you're a little bit wary. You're like, I don't actually know if I'm attracted to you, I'm not sure, but you're kind of making this very, I don't know, I'm liking the tension, you're kind of making it really good for me, and I like this, but I don't know if I actually like you. And you've got mixed messages. There's a wrong stigma attached, there's quite a strong stigma attached to all men are commitment phobic, but I tend to disagree. You know, I would tend to disagree to the point of their actions may well change, because at the very beginning they might want fun, but then it could change later on in the relationship. If they're way too charming at the start, and they're just incredibly, almost overly so, sickly charming at the start of the relationship, which for many seems just a tad off-putting, but they won't be able to keep this up. Instead, it was just their way of wanting just one thing from you at the very start. So have you noticed that as well? They can also say sorry, they won't play around again, they won't be unfaithful, they won't play games, but they just keep on repeating that pattern. So what is their history like as well? Can you find this out? Can you find out from them or from others? Have they been in long-term relationships, or are they just looking for a bit of fun? They'll start to want things their way. It could be quite selfish. So maybe it'd be the most common areas would be how are they at the beginning, and then are they becoming a little bit more selfish at the very end? And then they suddenly want to be single. They may not be quite ready to break into the new so-called lifestyle, which may mean for them being mature. Immaturity. Now, how mature is your partner? I see lots of people not wanting to grow up. They aren't good at being in a relationship. In other words, their friends come first, their friends are still single, their lifestyles come first, and they have these tendencies to just want, you know, this is too much of a good thing, which leaves the person who wants to settle down more frustrated, more anxious, and clinging, and it all gets a bit complicated. So I normally get that question at Psychic Today, like, you know, do they actually want a relationship? Because they spend more time with their friends, but not with me. The friends are all single. I tend to see this more so with the guys, and they prefer the company of other people and like to think that, you know, there's too much responsibility in a relationship. It's not for me. It's way too scary for them, and they don't want that hassle. But they wouldn't tell you that, of course. They still want you on that sort of relationship basis. It's on their terms. Attention-seeking people, they kind of tend to just want everything their way, which I was saying about being selfish, and they could be quite insecure in themselves, so they're demanding a lot of attention, almost like a child. There's part of them that doesn't quite know how to grow up. They're quite demanding. It was like their parents always gave them a lot of attention, so they demand this in a relationship. It's quite draining, you know, and it can be quite tiring going out with somebody like this. But you'll find that they can be mature one minute and childlike another. So, and it can make you feel bad, or they can make you feel bad about themselves. It's you with the issues, that's what they say. It always feels like it's your fault, and you can't take responsibility. It's all your fault. You know, you're judging me on this and that, and it all gets a little bit out of hand. When you ask them questions, more so at the start, watch how they're responding. You know, are they charming or are they not? It really does give you a little bit of a clouded perspective. Perhaps pull away and don't be too keen or honest at the very start. You're wanting to get to know this person unless you want some fun yourself. That's the ones that are charming. It could be a hidden agenda. The ones who are committed, they're so different. They are so different, it's unbelievable. The other side of this is the person is more, well, put it this way, they treat you differently, they talk to you differently. Sometimes they may well put you on that pedestal, but they are emotionally balanced. They tell you what they want, they tell you they want to settle down, they feel that their life is secure, they know where they're going in life, they support you with where you're going in your life, and they're open, they're honest, they can tell you, they can talk to you things, they can tell you anything. It's a bit different, none of this shady kind of dishonesty or playing games. They're honest about what they want in a relationship, honest about themselves. You feel you can trust them, and you also know them as a person as much as you know yourself, and you're relaxed in their company. It's like they're your best friend. You don't have to worry about the relationship, it's just there, it's just nice. You feel and you know that this relationship is going in the right direction and it's not stressful, hard work or dramatic. It's not like an emotional roller coaster, and you can feel like you can talk to this person without thinking they're going to leave you or without thinking they're going to judge you, or they're different from the person that you've been dating in the past. Create a list between the two. What's the difference? Or what type of person would you like to attract versus the ones that you have had in the past? What kind of person are you attracting? And then ask, what can I do to change? Or what can I do to change the person now that I'm in a relationship with? If it's not right, do I leave or do I look at myself? Interesting. Leave those comments in the box below and I'll answer as many questions as possible if this is something you've been through and you still like that person and you're thinking, can they change? I'll answer as many as possible. In the meantime, you look after yourselves and thank you for watching. You take care.